just in case something like this happens. So it's pretty impressive that they were able to get ahead of it, put a plan in place. Somebody did confirm a case, and they ended up shutting down the restaurant, asking everyone to self-quarantine, cleaned everything up, and then they were back open. I think they remained closed for 2 days. But I'm your host, David Layton, and I'm going to jump right into this. This is a follow-up episode to last Friday's episode titled The COVID-19 Impact on Food Service Distribution. And if you haven't listened to that, I'd encourage you to go back and listen first and then listen to this. So I just wanted to give an update on what we were thinking about. We had a large PO coming into Seattle, coming from overseas, from China, on paper and disposable products, and it landed in full. So I was very concerned with one of my customer groups about cups and lids. They landed, we're good. We still have a backup plan for the 12th and the 19th, the next two series of or sets of POs that are coming in. And as of right now, we are cautiously optimistic that those POs will land in full. So I wanted to quickly touch on that, give an update to everyone to say that we are planning ahead for potential shortages coming over from China, but as of right now, we're good. So no need to panic yet. We're good. Same restaurant sales year over year remain to be flat. We are seeing less dine-in and more takeout. There's actually a story about National Restaurant News put out a story about DoorDash and specifically Postmates. That's what it was. So DoorDash and Postmates are getting ahead of the virus by giving an option to consumers to leave the delivered food or the delivered package at the door or with a doorman or a person or wherever they would like. So people are taking this a lot more seriously, which is great to see. Something that is related. We have officially seen one confirmed case of COVID-19 in Seattle at a Starbucks. So this was in the news on Friday, and it looks like they shut the store down for 1 day, did a deep clean, and then reopened. Anybody who came in contact with that employee were asked to go home and self-quarantine for 14 days. If they were planning to work or on the schedule over that 2-week period, they're being compensated by Starbucks. So a lot of big companies and corporations are getting ahead of the possible spread of this virus, and they've put these safety procedures in place just in case something like this happens. So it's pretty impressive that they were able to get ahead of it, put a plan in place. Somebody did confirm a case, and they ended up shutting down the restaurant, asking everyone to self-quarantine, cleaned everything up, and then they were back open. I think they remained closed for 2 days, but they could have been back open within 12 hours. So very impressed with Starbucks on how they handled that. One other metric from Starbucks is the Chinese stores. The stores in China are showing about a 78% decrease in in-store sales, or just in sales across the board. So as we're seeing manufacturing plants come back online, people going back to work in China, those numbers should start getting better for people going out and people trusting public places and being able to go get their coffee or get their food rather than having it delivered or making it at home. So we in the United States are not seeing that big of an impact, but we are definitely seeing those numbers from China and from Europe and from other countries. So that's it. Just wanted to give a quick update. Nothing too extreme or too different from last week. And in 2 days, I'll give another update on the following PO that's supposed to land on the 12th, whether or not it's full and whether or not we have any new issues. So thank you. Everybody be safe. Wash your hands. If you have not already stocked up on some, canned tuna, then maybe it's a good time to do that. No, I'm just kidding. Do whatever you think is necessary. Follow the CDC, and if you're interested in restaurant news, the National Restaurant News magazine or website. I belong to the mailing list. They've given some good insights on this and on the impact of the food service industry from the virus and from other things. And then there are a ton of good resources on Twitter. Just like any community, any industry, there is a whole ecosystem on Twitter with people funneling a ton of up to date real time data and news stories and opinions on certain things. So find me on Twitter and you can see who I'm following there. I'm at Foodservice Pod, or my personal Twitter is at DMLAYT. If you enjoyed this, like it, share it, save it, do whatever. And I'm going to try and get this published today. Today's the 10th. And then another update in 2 days. So be safe out there. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Peace.